What's poppin' South Korea? This is your go-to guy for the hour, your DJ, Brian Ju, and you're listening to What's Poppin' on TBS efm 101.3. So, you know, we always say down we're in the dungeon here, and which is pretty much what it is, because we have no windows down here. It's dark, gloomy, dismal. But even though we're in the dungeon, we want to make it feel like the dungeon. So today we're going to play all songs that Eugene picked that are going to be kooky and cray-cray. What do you guys think about that? Just joking. That would never happen. Anyways, after you see what the word of the day is going to be, you'll understand exactly why I started off the intro like that. Our first song of the day comes from the infamous Tenacious D film, The Pick of Destiny. And Tenacious D is a funny group, but they can be a little vulgar sometimes. But remember, this song is about today's word of the day, so listen very carefully, and you should be able to immediately guess what the word should be. So check out the song, cross your fingers, and we'll be right back. This is Tenacious D with Beelzebos. That was Tenacious D with Beelzebos, and you're listening to What's Poppin' on TBS EFM, and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to What's Poppin' with your DJ, Brian Ju. We're on TBS EFM 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas, and GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, how to get in contact with us? It's pretty simple. You can send us a text at sharp or pound 1013, but you will be charged 51. And you can send us a tweet at EFM Poppin, or simply send us an email at efmpoppin@gmail.com. Or send us a Kakao Talk message. If you added us on TBS as a plus friend, you guys can message us for free. Send us pictures, videos, whatnot. Also, I want to remind you guys, our open studio on Wednesdays. It'd be broadcast on Fridays, but if you want to be a part of our show and, you know, just join the festivities, of course, you have to be here on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Well, actually, 11 a.m. is when it starts, so about 10:50 a.m. would be perfect. So if you want more information, or you want to reserve your spot today, please send us an email at efmpoppin@gmail.com, and our writer, Eugene, will get you situated. Now to get into today's word of the day. Okay, well, yesterday's word of the day was bad, which is a less extreme version of evil, of course. And today our first song was Beelzebos from The Pick of Destiny. Now, do you remember what movie this was about? It was about two losers who want to find a guitar pick made of Satan's tooth so they can become good at rock music. And they say that rock music is the devil's music. So all our songs today will be devil music. Well, not like satanic raw music like that. I'm talking about music with devil involved. Like not the actual devil, but, you know, lyrics with the word devil in it, of course. So just keep that in mind. And don't worry, because I know you guys are thinking this is a weird program today on Tuesday. But wait, we still have Wednesday and Thursday to bring things back up. So only today we'll have this little, I guess, this negative vibe thing going on. Continue from yesterday with bad. Today we have devil. So the next song actually is about pretty much the words in the title. But it's from some 9 beautiful ladies. I know you're talking about when I said 9 beautiful ladies. I'm a huge fan of the work, you know, also friends of them, a few of them, of course. And they have fans all over the world. And of course, they're famous in many, many countries. They're a huge reason why K-pop is what it is today. So check it out. This is 소녀시대, aka Girls' Generation, with Run Devil Run. That was 소녀시대, a.k.a. Girls' Generation, with Run Devil Run. Now, coming up on today's show, it's Tuesday, so we're going to have Mr. Mikey Jones join us in the second half for Poppin' Review. And Mike will review an album of his choice, of course. I'm actually very eager because so far what Mike has brought to the table has been amazing. You know, he's got great taste. Yes, and I'm pretty sure you guys will enjoy that too. But to find out, you guys have to stick around for the second half of our show. Alrighty, now we get into the next song. And the next song came out in 1988 by the Aussie band NXS. And if I told you the title itself at first, you might not recognize it. But once you hear it, it'll bring back memories. And everyone has surely heard it once or twice. And it has been one of those addictive hooks that you've always, get in your head. Just like some of my songs. Anyways, it is that kind of song that gets stuck in your head, like I said. So try to not get it stuck by listening to it once. If you listen to it more than once, I had a song stuck in my head yesterday too, and it was a Katy Perry song of all songs. Not dogging on Katy Perry, But I like the classical stuff, and all of a sudden a Katy Perry song comes on the radio, and boom, it's stuck in my head all day. And this song will do the same for you as well. And I know a lot of people are asking, which song did he choose? That's related to devil, the word of the day. So we're gonna play it for you guys right now. This song actually has the word devil in it. So check it out. This is In Excess with Devil Inside. That was Devil Inside by In Excess. Now, the final song of the first half of our show is by a group that has been around for such a long time. And they're a group that I grew up listening to as well. They're from way back when. And they call themselves the B-52s. But you might be wondering what their name means. Well, the B-52 Stratofortress was a bomber used by the United States Air Force, and it has been in use since the 1950s. It has a payload of over 70,000 pounds, which means that they can level a whole city. It's a terrible machine of war, which is actually pretty scary if you think about it, which is the exact opposite of what the B-52s are. They're a funky, spunky, lively, funny, outgoing band, a new wave band that combines dance and surf music and has a little bit of the 1960s sound. And they really hit their peak in the late 1970s and the 1980s. And then they kind of fell off the map for about a decade actually, until the 1990s. Well, they suddenly became huge again. And this is one of their lesser known songs, but still a great song. It's the B-52s with Devil in My Car. And I'll be back with part 2 and Mr. Mikey Jones. You are listening to What's Poppin' on TBS efm. And we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to What's Poppin', and now it's time for Paparazzi. Now, in the news recently, we heard that Mr. Sotteji spends $5 million in U.S. dollars, of course, on new home for him and fiancée Lee Eun-sung. Now, Sotteji made a surprise announcement on his homepage several days ago that he will remarry to actress Lee Eun-sung, who is 16 years younger than him. And yesterday, information was revealed about the house that they'll be living in and that he wants to spend his life with his bride-to-be. A TV news program aired a segment covering Sotteji and Lee Eun-sung and the house in Pyeongchang-dong, located in Seoul, and according to a real estate agent, is about the size of, I don't know if you guys overseas understand what 300 Pyeong stands for. It's about 10,675 square feet. Now, if you combine the land's worth and construction cost, it comes out to about 5 billion won, or AKA 5 million US dollars. He added that it's a luxurious house with a garden and a swimming pool, which is hard to find here in Korea, of course. And usually construction for a new home takes about 6 months here in Korea. But however, the rumors around the neighborhood and people seeing this construction going on said it took about 2 years. That's a long time. Now, Sotteji's agency has said there's no date set for the wedding, and Sotteji probably wants it to be a very private event. I don't blame him. You want only your close friends and family to come, because when you are such a big star like that, you don't want, people like, hey, I'm cousins of Baba Joe and I came here for your wedding. You don't want people randomly just showing up to your wedding. So I don't blame you, Mr. Sotteji. And once again, congratulations on remarrying your wife and onto your $5 million house. Hopefully one day I can come to your house or even just house sit for you if you want me to. Anyways, perfectly set up for this news. Of course, we have Sotteji either with Come Back Home. Welcome back to What's Poppin'. Now it's time for Poppin' Review.
I'm very scared, Brian.
What's wrong?
It's Devil Day.
There's a day called Devil Day in Korea?
No, there's Devil Day. Isn't today's word devil?
Well, we're using songs with the word devil in it.
I'm scared.
Mean it's dedicated to the devil.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yes.
There's a big difference.
Well, you don't have to be scared because guess what?
What?
We're stronger than the devil.
Oh, there you go, brother.
There you go.
Ew!
Ain't no devil around here gonna do nothing to me.
Hey, here you go, Brian. How you doing?
I'm doing good. And what's up with the southern accent we're doing?
Well, we're kind of doing a southern accent because today's band kind of comes from the south.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Yeah, you like that?
I like the South.
I like the South, actually. We've talked a little bit about Nashville, Tennessee. We've both spent time there. Great place. Have you ever been to Florida, though?
Never been to Florida.
Oh.
I have relatives out there, but never been.
I've never been either. Apparently, it's very hot.
That's what I heard, too.
Florida and beaches and Miami and all that stuff.
But it's hot, but then they have a reason for it being hot. You got beaches.
Yeah, right.
You got sexy women.
Yeah, sexy women. Miami
You
Vice.
got some Miami Vice.
Dexter.
Dexter.
Yeah,
You
this is
got
good.
Miami.
Yeah.
You got
The Miami
else is in
Heat. Their name.
You got Orlando.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
You got Will Smith.
And
Yes.
Will Smith?
He had a song, isn't it Miami?
No, I thought that was
Dancing
California, wasn't it? Man, okay, anyway. No, Eugene's shaking his head. All right.
Hey,
It
Will
is
Smith.
Miami?
Yes.
Miami. All right. I'm looking foolish on air. Brought to you by Michael Jones. Hey, no, today's band actually comes from Florida.
Okay.
And in their band, just to preface this, I think this album is the best album for people to listen to if they are keen on slipping back into the 80s or 90s.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes, this band, and well, the album, I don't know where the album comes from, but the band comes from somewhere around Gainesville, Florida.
Okay.
Can you guess who they are?
Gainesville, Florida.
Yep. No, there's no band called Gainesville's.
What I'm saying. I'm saying if they're from Gainesville, Florida. No clue.
Okay. You ever heard of Tom Petty?
Of course.
Alrighty then, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. That's who we're talking about today, Brian.
Because I'm free.
Isn't that awesome? That's the first song. And, you know, I heard you talking earlier that
I didn't know that.
yeah, exactly. You heard you talking about getting a song stuck in your head yesterday, Katy Perry or something.
Yeah.
So today the goal is to get Free Falling stuck in every listener's
It's
head.
already stuck in my head now.
Yeah, man. You're going to be like,
'Cause I'm free.
Yeah, there you go.
Free falling.
Quick question. What movie
Yes.
What movie do you think of when you think of that song?
Free falling?
Yep.
A Tim Burton movie for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh man, I think of Tom Cruise as singing it in Jerry Maguire.
See, I saw that movie once,
Okay.
but I was in and out of like sleep mode, so I don't remember a lot of the scenes.
Okay, well, you know,
Yeah.
if you really like Tom Cruise and you want to see him singing Free Fallin', then you can rent
Well,
the
I don't
movie.
hate the dude, but I'm not like,
You're not going to
the
rent it
Tom
just
Cruise movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Anyway, we're talking, you know, like Tom Petty has a ton of albums, so I couldn't choose one. So what I did is I chose their greatest hits album.
Oh.
And I chose this for the simple reason that if there are listeners, like, you know, Tom Petty, most everybody knows who Tom Petty is, of course.
Yeah.
But not a lot of people, it's kind of like the Beatles. Not a lot of people know all the different kinds of songs that he's written, him and his band have written. So I chose greatest hits so that people, if you're interested in learning a little bit about Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, you can listen to this album off of iTunes and get a really nice feel for what they were like back in the 70s, what they were like in the 80s, and what they were like in the 90s.
Especially for all the kids born in the 2000s and after.
Yep.
For you guys like, what did people back in the 80s and 90s listen to? Well, perfectly. Tom Petty's a good example.
Tom Petty, Bon Jovi.
Yes.
Some good stuff back
Dave
then.
Matthews.
Dave Matthews. Oh,
Yes.
Eugene just cringed. Unfortunately,
Eugene
Eugene's
knows
got
I will cut him.
Yeah, he's got a thing against Dave Matthews.
Well, Dave Matthews got a thing against him. Shoot.
There you go, Eugene. Take that.
Yeah.
Eugene, do you like Tom Petty? Okay, he says yes, so that's good. I do recommend everybody go out and listen to this album because it's fantastic, man.
Well, since it's a fantastic album,
Yeah.
we have to listen to one of the fantastic songs off this album.
You guys listen, fantastic.
And we give him a hint already. We know what song is going to be.
Free Falling.
There you go, guys. That's by Tom Petty. Check it out. That was Tom Petty with...
Falling, free falling. Is it in your head yet?
What?
The song.
It was. You saying
you're going to be brushing your teeth.
No,
sorry. I
not
didn't
that.
mean to bring the toothbrush up. You're going to be brushing your teeth. You're going to be getting ready for work. And I guarantee everyone listening is going to be free falling. If you're
See,
not.
it would be stuck in my head, but the thing is, you saved it for me.
Because
You kind of sang the melody totally differently right now, so
Nice.
now I'm going to...
You're saying I ruined
it?
nice. So you're going to have a terrible version of free falling in your
Right,
head.
I'm going to go up to friends and be like, hey, Brian, what are you singing? He goes, that's that song by Tom Petty.
Free
falling.
Nice.
Yes.
I like Tom Petty's stories, actually.
He has stories?
Yeah, like all his songs are stories.
Oh, but through his music, I thought you meant like his life story.
I did a bunch of research on it, and he doesn't, like, there's not a lot of, even on Wikipedia, there's not a lot of story about him. You know,
Maybe he's a very reserved person.
I think he stays, like, in the shadows. I don't think, the only time people see him is when he's performing. He's performed with a lot of people, obviously. He's
Dark
performed
shadow.
Yes, it is. But I think he's got a pretty private life.
Well, that kind of reminds me of what we're talking about today, paparazzi, the Korean celebrity.
Okay.
Seo
Okay.
Yeah, big name here in Korea. But then, you know, no one really knows about his life because he's very secretive.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't want to compare Seo to Tom Petty.
No.
But I know what you mean, you know.
Yeah, I don't know, you know, like, I don't know your style. You're pretty active and stuff. You get out and you do.
I'm active,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to be, you know, putting my whole private life online. Like, hey, guys, so this is my daily schedule, blah, blah, blah,
Right.
blah, blah.
Right.
Because, we're humans. And even though we have the job title as celebrity or singer or people working in the media, we're just like everybody else out there. You need your private time. You need your privacy. And or else if we didn't have that, we'd go insane.
That's right. And I don't know, like, in terms of Tom Petty, I've heard a little bit about, like, people he dates, etc.
Ooh, like who?
But not, like I can't even remember names. It wasn't a big thing.
So they weren't like huge time actresses or anything?
It seems to me, maybe some of our listeners can do a bit of a Google search on that, because it seems to me that he dated some fairly impressive ladies, impressive models, which is strange for him, because he's not exactly the most knockout, good-looking guy. But
attraction doesn't have to come with physical attraction. Attraction could be because he's got swag on stage.
He's got swag on stage. He's got confidence, and the dude can write some really good songs.
Yes, he can.
It's interesting. Anyway, my point, I guess, about the privacy thing is that I kind of respect that when people don't. A lot of people who are famous, they're out like they're dating this person, they're dating that person, they're in love with this person. They flaunt it, and like I really respect when somebody has perhaps has a real relationship and they just keep it low key and quiet. Tom Hanks, for example, him and his wife, they've been together for a long time, but they don't walk around going, "Oh yeah, we're together." They don't do like big kind of showboat stuff like that. And I kind of respect that.
It's like a dream in your head. You don't tell every dream that you want.
Right.
And perfect setup for the song right now we have.
It's running down a dream. Nice segue, Brian.
You're welcome.
From Tom Petty, you guys.
This is Tom Petty. Check it out. That was Running Down a Dream by Tom Petty.
I love that song.
It's a good song.
It is a good song.
Yes, the first song's not stuck in my head because of that song. Yeah.
Free Falling.
What is?
Free Falling.
What is?
I'm trying to get it back.
I know, but I'm still trying to change the subject. Go ahead.
Hey, who's your favorite classic rocker?
My favorite classic rocker? I'd have to say Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen, nice.
Yeah.
We might have to do one of his albums on here, because that guy is like super, super amazing also.
Well, we're waiting for it.
There you go. So my favorite, I have to admit, is probably favorite classic rocker of all times is absolutely Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. We're talking about his album, his greatest hits album. And if you want to learn more about Tom Petty, because I think it's really worth it, I suggest you go out and purchase this album. Really, really good.
Especially if you want to learn about the 80s and 90s, of course.
Yeah, he's got some great videos, too. Really, really creative videos. In fact, one of his songs called Into the Great Wide Open, we're not going to be able to play that today, but Into the Great Wide Open is a really cool video, really cool story, and actually it stars Johnny Depp.
Oh.
Yeah, Johnny Depp, Faye Dunaway.
Look at that connection, because I said when I hear Tom Petty songs, I think of Tim Burton, and Tim Burton always uses Johnny Depp in his movies.
There you go. And Johnny Depp is a very, very private person.
Yes, he is.
So it's all connected. Today is a day of connection.
Yes. And we're talking about devils, and that's why Mike came in today.
Ow! Man, oh man.
Just joking.
I am an angel.
You're an angel.
Nice. Who sings that song? Aerosmith, baby.
Also, I do. Fly to the Sky sang a song. Oh. You were my angel.
Oh, I just heard the angels part. Okay, good.
Anyways.
Sorry. I knew that, because I know everything about Brian.
Now it's time to wrap up our show, of course.
I love Brian.
So we have to get into the last song of the hour, which is, of course, going to be a Tom Petty track.
Awesome song.
And we just want to thank you guys for listening. We want to thank Michael for bringing his Poppin review.
Thank you very much for having me.
Alrighty.
And have a good day, everyone.
Thank you. And with no further ado, can you introduce the last song?
I would love to. This is Mary Jane's Last Dance from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Have a great day, everyone.
Peace.